okay, maybe not. Y'all bear with me real quick. I'm trying to get this camera situated right here. Let's see how this works. Boo. There we go. There we go. See if we can keep the focus on that. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear this really good once I give you guys a volume here. But before we play it, I'm going to want the volume up. So give me a second to make sure that the volume is going to be heard by you all. I'm going to turn it up on this as well. Make this a little bit so you guys can all see it. So with that being said, if you are missing this is breaking news right now. Israel, they have come to a ceasefire, apparently, and we're getting ready to hear it.
With Iran in the Middle East, and some breaking news coming just now. Joining us this evening, Vice President J.D. Vance. Mr. Vice President, thanks for coming.
Absolutely, thank you.
Just seconds ago, the President went to Truth Social and typed this. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire. Complete and total ceasefire is what he typed.
Yep.
Hopefully you guys can hear this.
How did it come about? What's the development?
Yeah. Well, we were actually working on that just as I left the White House to come over here. So that's good news that the president was able to get that across the finish line. I think what it means, Brett, is quite simple. First of all, the president, without, knock on wood, having a single American casualty, obliterated the Iranian nuclear program. We are now in a place where we weren't a week ago. A week ago, Iran was very close to having a nuclear weapon. Now, Iran is incapable of building a nuclear weapon with the equipment they have because we destroyed it. So that's a very, very big thing. Now, what that means, I think, is we have to talk to Iran and, of course, to Israel about what the future holds. Because while we have obliterated the Iranian nuclear program, our hope and our expectation is that they're not going to try to rebuild that program. And I think that's what the president is really trying to figure out here, is to build a long-term settlement here to where we can have peace in the region, where our regional allies and, of course, the American people, most importantly, can be secured, but where we can ensure that the destruction of the Iranian nuclear program that has already happened is not something they try to rebuild.
I want to get to the obliterated part in just a minute, but I just want to read this fully so I get the context.
Yep.
Here. Congratulations to everyone. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire in approximately 6 hours.
Red, can you hear?
Israel and Iran have wound down and completed their in-progress final missions for 12 hours, at which point, the ceasefire for 12 hours,
Sure.
at which point the war will be considered ended. Officially, Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start the ceasefire, and upon the 24th hour, an official end to the 12-day war will be saluted by the world. During each ceasefire, the other side will remain peaceful and respectful on the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will. I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-day war. This is a war that could have gone on for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't and never will. God bless Israel. God bless Iran. God bless Iran. God bless the Middle East. God bless the United States of America. And God bless the world. He seems confident that this is all coming together.
That's right.
Do you need a loan for your business? Well, if you've been around for over a year, I'm about to show you how to get up to $3 million in funding. Sounds too good to be true? Then come closer. I'm about to show you how you can access the capital your business needs without putting up a king's ransom to get it. You don't need a $100 million business. You don't need to spend weeks filling out paperwork. And you certainly don't need to pay sky-high interest rates. All you need is a bit.
Shut up, lady.
And when you left the White House, were you thinking this was all gelling here?
When I left the White House, I thought that we might be able to get it across the finish line before this broadcast, and it looks like the president has been able to do that. I mean, look, he's been working the phones constantly. Frankly, before the 12-day war started, but certainly over the past 12 days, the president's been extremely clear about America's national objective here. It is to create a world where Iran cannot build a nuclear weapon. We, of course, destroyed the nuclear program that they had, and the president told the entire team, we're going to work to make sure that they don't try to rebuild that nuclear capability in the future. And it's, look, this is a great thing. For Israel, think about this. They've accomplished an important military objective. They've helped us destroy the Iranian nuclear program. They've also destroyed the conventional missile capability of Iran that threatened the country of Israel. For the Iranians, I think this is a new opportunity to actually pursue the path of peace. As I said yesterday, What the Iranians have showed through their support of terror networks, through their now failed effort to build a nuclear weapon, is that they're just not very good at war. And I think the president really hit the reset button and said, look, let's actually produce long-term peace for the region. That's always been his goal. I actually think when we look back, we will say the 12-day war was an important reset moment for the entire region.
Would you be surprised if Iran is sending out signals that it doesn't have a specific ceasefire plan? How would the communication have been with the Iranians to get this level of confidence to put out that detailed statement?
Well, one of the things I've learned, Brett, about the Iranians in the past, 4 or 5 months that I've been in this job is what they say publicly and privately can sometimes be very different. I think what the Iranians have shown very clearly is they don't want this war to go on for much
Foxhole
longer.
99, that's too funny.
Totally destroyed. Their conventional missile program has been largely destroyed. And of course, their nuclear program has been obliterated, as I said before. So I think the Iranians are at a place where they don't want to keep on fighting. You saw the president, and I don't have the truth in front of me, but he talked about the next 6 hours,
right,
finalizing the attacks. I mean, I think what he's talking about is right now, for the American people watching, it's dark over there. That's typically when the Israelis and the Iranians have been shooting at each other. I think there's some recognition that that might continue for another few hours, and tomorrow really is a new day. The end of the 12-day war, the end of the Iranian nuclear program, and I really do believe the beginning of something very big for peace in the Middle East.
So you said totally obliterated. The president has said totally obliterated the Iran nuclear program.
Yeah.
Do you know for sure where all the highly enriched uranium is?
Well, Brett, I think that's actually not the question before us. The question before us is,
Yeah, it
can
is.
Iran enrich the uranium to a weapons grade level, and can they convert that fuel to a nuclear weapon? And we know, based on the success of our mission, of course, the leadership of the president, but the incredible skill of our military, that the 2 mission objectives are completely successful. We know that they cannot build a nuclear weapon. Now, you asked about the highly enriched uranium.
Yeah, like 900 pounds of it.
But what we know, Brett, is that uranium is something that exists in very large supply. Our goal was to bury the uranium, and I do think the uranium is buried, but our goal was to eliminate the enrichment and eliminate their ability to convert that enriched fuel into a nuclear weapon. I think that's an important point, Brett, because so many of the folks who have focused on the highly enriched uranium,
Sure, 60%.
the main focus, Brett, has been to destroy their enrichment capacity, because we don't want that 60% uranium to become 90% uranium. That's the real concern, and that's what was so successful about our mission.
So after all this, if the Iranian government survives as is, what's to stop it from rebuilding over time if they in fact moved the 60% highly enriched uranium? That's the concern.
No, the big concern, Brett, and this is again what we destroyed, is their ability to enrich uranium. If they have 60% enriched uranium, but they don't have the ability to enrich it to 90%, and further, they don't have the ability to convert that to a nuclear weapon, that is mission success. That is the obliteration of their nuclear program, which is why the president, I think, rightly is using that term. But here's the question. If Iran is desperate to build a nuclear weapon in the future, then they're going to have to deal with a very, very powerful American military again. Our hope is that the lesson that the Iranians have learned here is, look, we can fly a bunker buster bomb from Missouri to Iran completely undetected without landing once on the ground, and we can destroy whatever nuclear capacity you build up. I think that lesson is what's going to teach them not to rebuild their nuclear capacity.
Yesterday, were you speaking on the president's behalf when you said he was not interested in regime change?
Well, Brett, what I've said is the American military, that is not our mission as regime change. Our mission was to destroy the nuclear facilities and the nuclear program of Iran, which we, of course, did. I think what the president's also said is that the Iranian people want to make a decision about regime change. That's between the Iranian people and the regime. Of course, we support freedom fighters all around the world, but our mission was to destroy the nuclear facilities, and that's what we did.
So you don't think that...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we get ready to take a pause real quick. I'm getting ready to treat y'all like y'all are hostages, and I'm about to throw a cloth over y'all head. Okay? So, yeah, don't worry, folks. The darkness that you're seeing right now, don't worry about it. Okay? Don't worry. I got y'all back. You guys are being treated like hostages right now, okay? I'm treating y'all like a hostage, okay? Don't worry. I got y'all back. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. You're a hostage right now. You do not need to know what is going on right now. You don't need to know what is happening to you right now. Just understand that you are safe and you're in good hands, okay? Okay? I got y'all back. Hi! You know what it's like to be in Iran now. Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys can see, they have come to a ceasefire, and I'm going to tell you something right now. What did I tell you? And when I say what did I tell you, I'm talking to, I told y'all I am going to dig into you, and I told you guys in time I'm going to be right. Who am I speaking to specifically? I'm speaking to the end of the world church people. Oh, this is it, people. Oh, Ty, this is it. Let's get ready to start showing them up, y'all. Let's get ready to start. Oh, boy, this is it, Ty. Oh, we're playing it. Let's celebrate, ladies and gentlemen, because the Lord is coming back to get ready to take y'all out of here. This is the end, Ty. There shall be wars and rumors of wars, and this is the war because the Bible said, Ty, that if, where are all y'all at? Where are you? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell you? Now that there's a ceasefire right now, all of you ministers, all of you pastors and preachers, and you studied the Bible for 56 years, and you're only 45 years old, but you studied the Bible when you was in your mama's womb. Ty, you're wrong. This is it, Ty. This is the war, Ty. This is the one where the Bible says, because Iran is present day Magog and Brabant. All of y'all, where are y'all at? Where are you at? Huh? A ceasefire going on right now. Well, Ty, this is the final war. Where are y'all? Okay, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? You cannot take things that have been going on for years, which are called wars, conflicts, and all that, and you try to turn it into what you want to turn it to when it comes to the Bible. Ladies and gentlemen, the whole point of this video is to show you that they just announced that there is going to be a ceasefire. Does that mean there may not be anything else that's going to happen? No, it does not mean that. But what I'm saying to you right now is that as of right now, President Trump has announced that between Iran and Israel, there has been a complete ceasefire, and he said in 6 hours they're gonna finish up whatever arguing and screaming that they're doing, and then like in 24 hours there's gonna be a complete cessation of any type of things like that. And as this comes out, you guys are going to get more breaking news from me that's going to update you guys on this. But again, to all of the ones 3, 4, 5 days ago, you're a false teacher. Watch what happens. This is the final war, Ty. This is the one for Israel. And I showed you guys videos decades ago of this same exact scenario going on. And what did y'all say? Nope. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know your Bible, sir. Watch this. This is going to be it. You're going to be the one left behind, Ty. I told y'all, you're not going to come back into this live. You're not going to go on my channel. You're not going to email me and apologize for you getting it wrong. Because again, the affairs of men are not going to dictate what God does. It's not. I know it once did, but in today's world, Jesus died for the sins of the world. Not for the sins of a group of people. He died for the sins of the world. Last time I checked, right? So, with that being said, who's the false teacher? Who's the false preacher? Who's the one that don't know the signs at a time? Who's the one that's not paying attention and looking up in the sky and waiting for them to waiting for Iran to surround Israel? And when they meant by surrounding them with the missiles and the bombs, Ty. Look at the missiles and the bombs surrounding Israel. Look at the missiles and the bombs surrounding Israel. That's what God meant. And this is the final one. So you better get prepared, get prayed up. All I can say, Ty. I told y'all. I told you that time is going to tell. I say, don't believe nothing that I say, but just believe what's going to happen in the future, which is called time. And time is going to reveal that those folks that were saying, this is it. And now guess what their excuse is going to be right now? It's not time, Ty. This is not it, Ty. For the Bible says that the Euphrates River, y'all going to come up with something all the time. Point being, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you good news. And the good news is right now they have come to an agreement that there's going to be a ceasefire. I think that since people were claiming those B-2 bombers didn't do anything, the ground still looks the same, they still got their factories, they still are going, Ty, it was all fake. It was so fake that Iran has agreed to a ceasefire after they tried to shoot rockets at the U.S. base, and the rockets didn't touch us at all. One isn't even close. One rocket, they said, you know what, don't worry about it. These fools can't even aim. It just blew up somewhere else. They just said, forget about that. And then hours later, Iran, we throw the flag. We wave the right flag. We give up. B-2 bomb too powerful. We give up. And we have come to a ceasefire as of now. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, ladies and gentlemen. And those of you who was expecting to be taken away in the rapture, sorry, not this time. Those of you who were gathering up the flock and having the church shut in and you're fasting and praying because this is it, go back to life as usual, like I told y'all. Folks, again, click that thumbs up button before y'all get out here. There's 260 people in here right now, and there is 84 folks that hit the thumbs up button. Okay? Now, with that being said, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.